Welcome back to the Let's Play in Age of Wonders 4. I'm not going to say what episode number this is, partially because, well, I'm up to doing a recording batch, and then I'm going to edit it, and then we're going to upload it one episode at a time. But I will be sure to read the comments to see what you guys think, if anyone does comment, and we'll go from there. Also, I need to remember to try to remember to keep things timed, so I'm looking at my clock here at times too. But otherwise, we will just continue with the exploration. There's not a whole lot for us to do at the moment. Still building up our production so we can build up faster a little. Which will in turn also allow us to build stuff like the Town Hall 2 faster once we get to the bonus, which we need more population for anyway, so we got some time. Oh, we can grab another sector. And we can't get the food sector just yet. Okay. Well, we'll get it eventually. I don't think we have anything to... No, we don't. Well, we might as well make use of it while we have it here. We're probably going to need some more gold income, so let's get the mine going. That'll allow us to purchase stuff faster and be able to actually do things. More gold income means more rush potential, which means more growth in general. A nice combo. Noticing the map has interesting choke point system going on here. Ah, watchtower. Let's go grab that. There's another something right over here. Okay. Well, I hope it's not procced. We don't really have any forces to be sending over this way for that. I guess I could see about having Renev actually claim around here. That little mic mute would work there too. Sometimes in these kinds of games, there are times where you're not really doing much of anything. You're just kind of waiting for stuff to happen. Such is the nature of Empire Builder turn-based strategy. I don't remember this being... Huh? Hello. Will be handy. Now we had multiple options there. But giving us that buff, if I'm reading this correctly, looks like that should combo with just our own racial units, rather than if I went for this particular upgrade, which is nice, but we can pick up later. And we have 2 more research options we need to pick anyway. So this will be one, and then if we pick up this one next, that might help. Although we will be transitioning from, well, actually no, animals can double our stuff. So there is that. Speaking of which, we should be keeping on top of that. We can summon some bitter critters. Interesting. It's just a cliff edge though. Okay. I do like choke points though. Choke points are good. They're good for defensive plays. They're good for ensuring avenues of approach are limited. Like, enemies can come over mountain, but they will take quite a few turns more often than not to do that. Alright, I guess let's see what our options are here. Don't mind if I do. But getting tier 2 spiders is actually quite good in this game because, well, let's just say they grow. And when they grow, they turn into a tier 3 or a tier 4. And getting those early on, as anyone might guess, is pretty dang good. And in this environment, that's not something bad to have out on hand. Although, with some of the powers here, this fire weakness is going to hurt once we start facing off enemies. So we might have to see about trying to take an upgrade or two to remedy that. But I'm going to replace that guy with our new unit. That's a pretty good roll there. Prime another one. You are going to be part of a kind of overflow stack. Get you over here for some healing. Let's get you into healing as well. There we go. Oh, we got an offer for a hero. Okay. Guess we're going for a spell knight. Because I don't care for either of these two classes. This one, though, at least I can tolerate. Pretty sure there's a she. Yeah, it is she. This one comes with a sword and net. Okay, as a mixed attack. Not melee, not range, but a mix of both. We'll pick one up. We do have another stack kind of forming. A bit awkwardly, but it is forming. They already have 2 frontliners that we can use. Renev, her forces are healed. Suppose we could see about taking this on. Most annoyance will be this fella right here. Otherwise, they are... Oh. These blessed dragons are actually quite weak to frost, so that ice spider we just picked up could be pretty dang good. And it's not in a frozen sector, so our little water guys here should actually be able to fight instead of just being a solid wall. We won't have to deal with this displaced reality. Everyone will be kind of scrambled. But they don't really have much in the way of frontliners themselves, so we're not going to be too worried about it. I will, however, continue the trend of auto, but if we lose something, we'll have to manual. Early game, that's just a usual good thing to have. Which we lose our newest recruits right off the bat. So I guess we're doing this now. Ready. They're going to be buffing each other. They're going to burn all that right off the bat. Okay, so they got a number of stacks. So the first 2 attacks aren't going to do full damage. Effectively, it's 10 damage subtracted from whatever we do. That could be interesting. You get in there. Get in there. We'll start off with a formation because why not? Yeah, they can reach us right off the bat. We'll have to see what they do exactly. This is why I put them in a bush. For evasion. Aha! They did, however, light the bush on fire, I'm pretty sure. So now they're on fire too. They already got disruptor blades. Okay, that's a mid to late game tech there. Alrighty. So they're already out of this fight. Okay, well they do enchantment range, but thankfully that literally nothing for the majority of our forces because we don't have. The fact they have it already, though, that's going to be interesting. Very interesting indeed. So I'm thinking we need to get rid of these guys ASAP. We're going to distract them and then do very little damage. You know, the resistance. Yeah, they just have a lot of health. That's. And also, they have the grace. They got 2 stacks of it. Oh, I guess it times out. There's a thing. The AI does do that at times. I believe we're calling in, yeah. So, we'll put these guys here, specifically as a bit of a decoy. And then, to help with survivability, we will give these guys the buff. I know they can't make use of the damage thing right now, but it will mean they start regenerating. I probably should have done that actually, but what can you do? What can you do? What's if I have the right ones? Let's have the temporary unit be up front. This way, they're more enticed to actually attack our stuff that we don't keep anyway. Come on. Dang. That stun is proccing very reliably for them. But that's part of why you have ranged troops. They might be able to resist a lot of stuff and disable a lot of other stuff. But having multiple tools at your disposal is very handy to have. And now we're all everywhere. Oh. I think those are the temporary ones. I'm going after those, alright. Let's see, you're focusing those, alright. Ooh, that's unfortunate. They have disruption already, so we'll have to keep that in mind. But that literally means nothing right now, because we don't have any buffs for our troops to make use of anyway. You're still stunned. You're still stunned. Can we finish? Yes, we can. And so that effect that you just saw there, that heals their allies if they had any. And actually can make use of that. Put you in the bushes. Yeah, and we did precisely 0 damage there. But to be expected. I guess I probably should have done that. Yeah, we do even more damage though. And you, I mean, that guy's gonna probably be dealt with easily enough. So we'll come down here, make use of our single attack charge. There we go. Those wisps could be a problem because they also have the ability to stun the living daylights out of us. Okay, so he's going there. Punch him. now. This has just turned into a bit of a mess. But as you can see, the summoners being able to heal here makes the damage that that guy can output completely null, so that unit's effectively disabled. Let's continue with focusing over here. Did you lose a member? I thought you lost him. Two action points. Okay. Do this combo. Wombo combo. Because as you lose models, you also lose damage output. And we will get the kill. There we go. I think you're timing out, like, eventually. Well, both of you can get at least a punch in. Alright, we got rid of their charges there. And you know what? Let's give these guys a one-time buff to a whole nother turn. Watch Astral thing proc immediately. Actually, it hasn't. I can tell because it doesn't actually... didn't show up until the last attack. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, those guys were temporary anyway. The quick reflexes are coming in quite handy there. Now this guy decided not to move because if he did, it would mean that my guy's been killed. And so not moving it makes me at least waste a turn finishing up. Yeah, we can't really attack anybody. I might as well go here so we can just both targets. And then we'll just blast you. I don't care about your astral membrane if I just don't need to get up close and personal. Let's get rid of you. Do a little bit of damage to this guy. By a little bit, I mean nothing. Do that. And everybody is teleported away from me. Game seems to have it out for these blood mages here. If all goes well, I think I might be able to get away with actual kill here. Huh? 100% chance to hit. Away! Zippity zappity! Okay. Look at a bit of damage, but otherwise nothing not manageable. We got a dragon slaying staff. I don't know if we're gonna make use of that, but we got it. Renev heal. Yeah, she healed up again, guys. This is not leveling, this is healing. Alright, so we're gonna give her this for her first signature skill. Mainly just for the 10 HP across the board. Having HP is sometimes more important than anything else. Doesn't matter how many resistances you have. This game, I've yet to come across a situation where you do 0 damage. But resistance is still important, don't get me wrong. You gotta be picky and choosy. Speaking of HP though, let's get some status resist over added too. And that too. Right now, we'll see if it procs, but an event in the game loves to proc ever since their last major update, where it likes to, how we say, spam an event that reduces status resist right now. Probably as a pseudo, I don't know, method of trying to encourage another DLC pack that does that. Well, no, the Dark Culture type, they did get a buff in status resist combat, effectively. They're all about applying those statuses. We'll see if they patch it so that doesn't spam all the time. In the meantime, we got another one of these. This is very good. Very, very good. Now let's just have we come across somebody who uses fire, in which case that could hurt. Okay, we have an event, y'all. I don't think Renev has actually eaten any of that. I guess this is an opportunity for experience. Ah! All the way over there. I'm not sure we're going to be doing that anytime soon. Thankfully, I think we just miss out on thing. Let's prime that. Get that going. That I'm aware of doesn't actually cause us any problems. Different quest just means you have the opportunity. Doesn't mean it. Our collective spam stack is almost complete. Once we get to tier 2, we can actually get our support units in. I have a thing of never leave home without a healer. Some sort. I suppose we could see about maybe deploying over there. This you could be used to set up another city. Let's continue exploring with this guy. What do we have? That wouldn't be too bad. I like how this shows up as a question mark. I can't tell what this is, guys. Can you tell what this is? Now, ignore the fact that if I select that particular hex, it will immediately inform us of what's going on there. Oh no, we have nothing here this applies to. Don't worry. Applying it now just means we'll learn later if there is any application to that. A few more turns for tier 5. Well, if we just let that finish, then we rush that last turn, then we can get the town hall at a discount, and we'll have more production. I think we'll do just that. You know what, let's go pick up. I don't think she's going to be in any danger doing that. We'll have this girl run over here. We'll have the scout pick that up and head down over there. Actually, what I will do is I will get another scout going so we can find out what's continuing on. Alrighty, so that's finished. We now rush this for a whopping 15 influence. We'll be fine. Could use some more of that. We do this, we also get a bit of research. Right now, quality is what we're aiming for. We want a lot of quality. I'm actually going to preemptively queue that up because this will allow us to get more sectors, which right now is kind of based on happiness, and right now we're -3 actually at the moment, so we're going to have to fix that eventually. Hopefully this will do. But for now, our capital can't actually claim any further sectors without going further into the negatives, which will eventually start hitting us in the economy and potentially cause issues down the line. Do I want this to be the sector? Oh, actually, if we make this one the sector, it's also in a green area. Just decent amount of space between the capital and here, and expand out to there, and expand out to here. And there's a decent amount of things that this would be able to grab. I won't be able to pick it up just yet. I think next turn I'll be able to, right? And next turn. Next turn! Lots of ice. All the ice. Ooh, another strategic resource. Let's see what's going on over there. Okay. And another one of the same type. So if I click on here, it will then bring me immediately to the faction leader. What's guarding this? Ooh. We got one of those. It could be interesting to deal with. And we have... Hi, Greenie. Angelic Greenie already. Okay. Huh. Okay. Well, they don't appear to have that. Though I guess this would actually... It might get rid of their other stuff. Kind of funny. Weak to frost though, so that's pretty easy. Who are you? Who are you? Although this being a shield unit, is quite resistant to physical damage. Do I think I have what it takes to take this on? They got 3 frontliners. We attack with this. Yeah, we'll be able to then dive back into this. Now, in theory, it's a low-risk battle. We'll probably have to be careful, but I think we might be able to do it. Auto! Just how low risk are we talking here? You killed a unit. That's not low risk. You killed my unit. How dare you? That is illegal. Now, if I lose a unit, I guess that would be on me. But until then, they're not allowed to do that. It's illegal. I'm not sure you're going to be an effective wall. This could be an interesting predicament. We'll have a bit of an odd formation for now. Put you here. You do have the ability to yoink. And it's only a single action thing. A 60% chance of becoming pacified, aka your unit cannot attack. Actually, you know what? Let's get this going now. We want to preserve these guys. We'll give them that now. Oh, our guys are resisting it for now. Oh boy, they're killing. Aha! Oof! Hurt right off the bat too. Take that. And... okay. We managed to resist the pacification by the looks of it. this is what they would usually say is pretty strong. Because that's a tier 3 unit. Oh boy, alright. This is something looking very good, everybody. We'll do a punch with this. I just realized I probably could have done another thing. Let's distract him. And... alright, that's just nuke the living daylights out of him. Combos, everybody. Combos. I know we're going to have some damage coming up here. Okay, you're supposed to get the kill. You weren't supposed to graze. Come on. There we go. Ow. Actually, I didn't do as much as I expected. We're good. Okay. And let's throw down some warriors and then engage them with our temporary. Alrighty. We'll see if we can pull these guys back. This has gone far smoother than I expected it to go right away. Oh, our guys are frozen now. Oh well. Oh no, you've reached to be able to flank. Yeah, they do have wings, so they can do that. Can be annoying. Unless you can just flat out say no. And having that temporary health buffer literally just means they do nothing. It means nothing. They can't do anything. Alright, let's buff these guys with another turn. And yeah, I'm pretty sure you can see why having these spiders is basically a I win card at this point in the game. There's just nothing they can do. There's just nothing they can do. With the buffs, Astral Connection, they're even more durable. Bond, deal more damage, and more health, and more damage. And I'm sure you're seeing how this can scale quite a bit. There, before we do the attack, let's just make it a wet dragon, and then we will zap the dragon. Dragon now angry. It's fine. I don't care about dragon being angry. He can't do enough damage to really matter. We'll do the defense mode for that. Oh, and those guys are now frozen too. Oh, but so is the dragon. Aha! Park here. I know we're going to be showing our flank to this guy. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Crits. Always good. Zippity zappity. Do some damage. Oh, we can actually reach. Alright, Nav, give it a little pulse. And there we go. And you can't go anywhere, but you know, I guess we'll just do it. Give you a little bit of a heal bank. There we go. Oh no, those guys timed out and the guy's now running. I think we should be able to catch. I say before I Cover that. No, we're not going to be catching him. Well, we're going to take a little bit of unnecessary extra damage. Okay. That's how it crumbles, I guess. Nothing major, though. It's a marauder, though. And we get hyper awareness, so whoever hero we put this on is now immune to being flanked. And status resist. Never a bad thing that happened. Can we buff you guys even more? Right now you're a veteran. Let's give you some more power. Now they're at elite. More HP and more defenses. Right now, that's already proven to be our ace in the hole. And leveled up again. Let's get this going. I see a watchtower in the distance. It's not affected by some of the stuff on this particular map, so it can see further regardless. Which is always nifty. Oh, we can't quite get that. But we can grab one of the best nature buffs you can get. Your farms produce more food. I don't have a single farm going just yet, but I'm going to grab it anyway. Because we are going to get farms sooner or later. Ooh, we can just rush that out. Oh, let's do that. Now, our next sector... We could... Yeah, -9.2. Okay. Do we have enough? I think we can just squeeze it. We have a farm sector. Don't need to worry about that now. We're still neutral, but we are 2 points away from starting to see some of those debuffs. We will be avoiding the rest of that. Alrighty. We can pick another research. Now, choices. The theme of this particular character is all about her summoning and what. We also want to ensure stuff is buffed efficiently and properly. This one could be quite handy because getting the rapid evolution enchantment means everything that could evolve has slip away, gets hit points back, and gets experience, which is the most important part. We can rush the experience of our summons by using these Astro Echoes. However, they are few and far between. But this would just be constant. Vitality. Guess we could go for that. Not just make our units, our racial units, just straight up more durable. However, stuff like this Slithering and the Wyvern here are not going to be that handy to us because we're not summoning them. We're growing them? Not really manufacturing critters, but they don't get the perks that we need for that. At the same time, getting the warding here, this would just give everyone that we buff or heal more resistance. And we can also get this, which will increase resistances across our racial units across the board. So we have options. We have pretty good options. 2 primaries. Also, this can be a useful buff in general too. Well, not buff, but ability to use in combat. Removes negative status effects and makes the unit invulnerable. So sometimes if an enemy were to yoink you, you can just put that on that unit and go, okay, you can't do anything about me now, and now I'm in the middle of your forces. which also buys time for you to be able to rescue them. But with how important evolving our units is, I think we're going to go for the evolution. We'll go for the other one later.
The concept of evolution is a curious one.
And we got possibly the worst roll we could get. None of this is particularly handy to us. I mean, this is situational.
Yet, when thrown into the fray, this creature adapts and changes into something more. Claim this power for yourself. Force inherent growth into your people.
That's...
After all, those who persist...
I guess we're going for this first. Can't afford to be rolling that too often. We'll practice as well, so when we're nearby critters, we just do more crit chance and more damage. Our summoners are going to be around a lot. Grab that too. Alright, now we can grab that at a cheaper price. Basically the same amount of time. We'll also grab that preemptively as well. And then pick some of that up. We'll continue heading over here. So right now it's looking a little interesting for our map situation here. But I just looked at my clock. I think that will be this particular episode wrapped up. We have a new city going down. But yep, it will be going down. We've cleared a few more nodes, got more experience, got some rather important units for our army, which synergizes with stuff we're going to be going for and already have. Our HQ is a level 2. Once I get to level 3, we can then start recruiting our own summoners. This unit is basically very key to most of your strategy. And while I do worry about that fire weakness, thankfully it's only fire, so everything else this thing is going to be okay against. Oh yeah. Actually, you know what? Before we leave off, and we'll make it a champion. So we only need either 48 more Astro Echoes, or just for it to level up one more time. But now it has the even more HP, so plus 20, plus an additional armor. This thing is already going to hit like a truck, and I am A-okay with that. Alright, but that wraps up this particular episode. I'll see you back in the next one. We'll see whenever the next one is called. This is Little Lost Dragon, signing off.